possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some shit in your tight end on that one.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Mariota. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Henny. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football, strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Mariota now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try and pound it in with Fowler, the fullback. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalston Fowler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of this.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and 4. Mariota from the gun on third down. Got a man, it's right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A first down throw for Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And here we go on first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Henning. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Henning. And he's got room. Uses the stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Mariota gives to Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to throw now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Check. Ready, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success. Over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a play fake here on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Final minute now of the third quarter. Mariota now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. I'm trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Third and long here for Mariota. Surveying the field. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Brad Nortman now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And take it right on the 30. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get it running right. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Henny. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Henny. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Mariota on first down. Amaro's got it, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Ball on the 3, third down and goal. Here's Henry, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Play action now. Mariota. And right with it here over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Jags. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Check.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Check.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On third down, Yeldon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.